Why does The Dark Knight works? Joel Schumacher की बैटमैन एंड रॉबिन के डिजास्टर के बाद Warner Brothers took a step back and hired Christopher Nolan, which led to 2005's Batman Begins, which revitalized Batman. And The Dark Knight took the character off the roof, becoming not only one of the greatest superhero films, but also one of the best crime thriller. But अगर तुम दोनों compare करो Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, you will see a dramatic shift in its world. It's a completely different Gotham from the Caped Crusaders' first outing. It's as if it has shed its warm tone for colder blues. Batman has gone away from its mystique to realism. Gotham City is Chicago. It's pretty much Chicago. The Wayne Manor gothic touch gets replaced with modern Wayne Tower. The Batcave takes the shape of underground high-tech modern facility. और उसके बाद, by completely uprooting Gotham and its protector from its gothic and mythic identity, The Dark Knight still works. It is, in every sense, a bigger and a better film than its predecessor. And why is that? It's because of the themes. Even after reinventing itself, it never abandoned its theme. A Batman still does not, will not, cannot kill. He still has his moral code to follow. A Bruce which is tormented by his choices, now wanting to be more than just the protector of the city, wanting to move on from the mythos of Batman, but can't cause of his shadow. A megalomaniac who finds peace in anarchy, and tragedy of a man showcasing the corruption of Gotham City underbelly.
I thought my jokes were bad.
और इसी वजह से even without all the drama and artistic vision of Gotham City and the Batman, it works because it understands what makes Batman Batman. And on the other side of the superhero spectrum, we got the Spider from the new TV show called Spider Noir, a show where Spider-Man is quite different from the overall interpretation of character. ये ना तो एक अच्छी Spider-Man Noir की adaptation है और ना ही ये faithful है to the original Peter Parker, but it still works. Our story starts with Peter giving up his responsibility after a tragic death of his wife. ये गिल्ट उसे वो कॉस्ट्यूम वापस पहनने नहीं देता. He doesn't want to be a hero. He can't be one because of his failure. पर वो चाहकर भी अपने रियल पर्सोना से दूर नहीं रह सकता. एपिसोड 1 में हम उसे अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से दूर भागते देखते हैं, as he has started living as Ben Reilly, who is a private detective. But even then, he doesn't stop helping people. वो reluctant है अपने objectives को लेकर, but still pursues them, क्योंकि वो जानता है कि he still has the responsibility. और उसमें we have to talk about
Nick fucking Cage!
This man rules on the frame. Like इनकी मूवीज या सुपर हीरोज का रेपो ही चेक कर लो, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द राइडर टू द स्पाइडर. इसके बीच में बिग डैडी इन किक-एस,
Let's keep it that way.
एंड सुपरमैन इन अ नॉट सो ग्रेट फ्लैश. मैं बता रहा हूँ, हाफ ऑफ द शो इज ग्रेट बिकॉज केज कैरीज द पर्सोना ऑफ अ ट्रबल्ड पीटर एंड स्पाइडर ऑन हिज शोल्डर. वो डेप्थ एंड हिज वियर्ड वे टू पोर्ट्रे द स्पाइडर एंटिक्स इज व्हाट मेक्स द शो सो यूनिक फ्रॉम अदर इंटरप्रिटेशंस. And thank God, finally we got a Spider-Man adaptation after the Raimi trilogy, जिसमें साइड कैरेक्टर्स का भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोल है. रॉबी रॉबर्टसन इज अ जर्नलिस्ट जो कि डेली ब्यूगल में अपनी नौकरी वापस चाहता है, और इसके लिए ही कैन गो टू एनी लेंथ. और उसमें ही इवन टेक्स पिक्चर्स ऑफ सैंडमैन एंड टूम्बस्टोन फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द करप्ट पुलिस ऑफिसर. अब वो जाता तो है उस स्टोरी को लेकर डेली ब्यूगल पे टू पब्लिश इट एंड गेट हिज जॉब बैक, बट ब्यूगल का हेड द नॉट जेजेजे चेंजेस इट बाय मेकिंग देम टू लुक लाइक अ फ्रीक एंड द प्रॉब्लम व्हिच फर्दर लीड्स टू बोथ ऑफ देम टू जॉइन द फोर्सेस विद सिल्वरमैन. और ये सब हुआ कॉज ऑफ रॉबी, और इसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस तुम रॉबी पर देख सकते हो. Because he do want to help them, and he does help them. He's also the one who never lets Ben forget who he truly is, and wants him to come back as Spider and save the city from Silvermane. His reluctant attitudes toward things is what makes him a great character. Felicia Hardy is also quite different from her comic counterpart. यहाँ पे she is a singer at the nightclub of Silvermane, जो इसे अपनी एक personal object की तरह treat करता है. He chooses her song, her dresses, even the place where she lives. He dictates everything around her. यहाँ पर Felicia is not the cat burglar जो कि अमीर लोगों और न्यूयॉर्क के क्रिमिनल्स से कीमती चीजें चुराती है या फिर उनके लिए काम करती है. But she still has the personality of femme fatale. She uses her charm to sway Ben according to her needs. और मैं तो ये तक कहूंगा कि she is the most important character of the show, क्योंकि it's because of what she wants the whole fiasco takes place. Her love for Flint leads to domino effect. Her selfish antics by revealing the Spider identity is what makes her human with urgency. a person who will go to any length to get what she wants. By the way, Janet's reply to that is so good to hear. उसके अलावा Janet, who is the secretary of Ben, who helps him in his detective work. In a glance, she can look like a normal filler side character, but there are nuances to her. वो एक सिर्फ secretary नहीं है, but Ben की एक अच्छी दोस्त भी है. She is a real supporting pillar in his life, क्योंकि वो जानती है how much broken Ben truly is. वो चाहती तो कब का ऑफिस छोड़ के जा सकती थी, but she still remains with Ben even after being not paid for months. क्योंकि she cares. इसलिए जब वो कैट कस के झापड़ मारती है, you feel it. क्योंकि काफी समय बाद Jared ने Ben के चेहरे पे खुशी देखी थी. He was finally ready to move on in his life. He was happy. और जब कैट बेन को धोखा देती है तो it becomes personal for her because she has seen that man suffer. इसी वजह से जब Riley reveals that he's the spider, she accepts that she knew, क्योंकि उसने उसे पहले ही बताया हुआ था. तब वो चीज out of place नहीं लगती क्योंकि she feels like an important part of his life. हाँ, तुम ये जरूर कह सकते हो कि her character does not have much to do on her own accord, but then I would argue कि being there for Ben and helping him is her arc. In fact, she is the catalyst for Ben to don the suit and come back as the spider to confront Silvermane. और वो चीज भी शो में एक important piece की तरह यूज करता है क्योंकि it indirectly leads to the failure of police not being able to catch Silvermane on his dockyard because the spider interferes. All these things the show does or the side character does have purposeful meaning to it. Now let's talk about the main antagonist of the show, and we have so many. पर उससे पहले let me narrate an important piece about Spidey's villains. Most of them are people who have suffered the hard end of life, just like Peter. They are someone who have either lost their beloved or someone who's trying hard to prove their existence. यहाँ पे भी to narrate that we have Flint Marko and Lonnie Lincoln who are prisoners of war, experimented upon, only to be saved by Peter, who is a soldier helping and rescuing his fellow brothers. जिसे even he gets bitten by a radioactive man spider, making him Spider-Man. But others are not so lucky because their powers are something which is killing them. It's more of a curse to them, which is more amplified by Dr. Althea Faber, who is in her relentless pursuit of fixing her own war-torn son Ogden Faber. They are still living the nightmare of the war. It's as if they are prisoners, and this is a classic Spidey villain trope. तुम चाहे Doc Ock ले लो या फिर Lizard या फिर Green Goblin, all of them are not criminals. Instead, they are people trying their hardest to find purpose in their life and looking to revolutionize the world. At the end, they just wanted to help others by making the world a better place. I mean, yeah, Norman is kind of a bad person, but not as inhumane as his Goblin persona. Why Dr. Octavius just wanted to have the
Power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Okay, मजाक से हटकर he just wanted to provide the world with a better, clean, new energy source. और Dr. Kurt Connors also wanted to help others via his research on reptiles and using their healing abilities to help humanity. But his innate feeling of healing his own disability causes the disaster. All of these characters were victims in their life, broken humans who wanted to be better, do better for mankind, but couldn't due to unforeseen circumstances, leading to their villain persona as their inability to move on from their ideas of changing the world. Except Megabot, he's just a piece of shit from the start. And that's what the show does so well. All the villains of the show are not just one-note goons. Even Silvermane भी अगर तुम देखो तो has a giant weeping arc of a man who came from nowhere, made a huge empire of his, but अब उसके हाथ से सब छूटता जा रहा है. He's a desperate man in his last stages of life. इसलिए when he finally gets shot down by a cat, you don't see him pleading or begging for his life. Instead, he finally accepts it and loves the fact that it's the woman whom he tried to control so much is his killer, symbolizing him losing his grip over his empire. उसके अलावा we also got Megabot, who is so good in his role. And the fight between him and Spider mid-season is the best one for me. Megabot is a performer. He wants the limelight on himself. He loves it. इसीलिए he acts like he is in a theater play and the spotlight is on him. So you get the theatrics, the dramatic dialogue, but also a maniac who thrives on the pain and suffering of others. इसलिए he is the one who goes against Silvermane at the end, क्योंकि he knows कि उसे Silvermane की जरूरत नहीं है जितनी Silvermane को उसकी है. By the way, he almost dies at the end. और एक चीज जो मैंने नोटिस करी कि that this version of Spidey is so jaded and broken कि he doesn't dodges any attack from Megabot. Instead, he tanks all of them like he wants to be beaten and feel pain. Because underneath all that, he still feels guilty about his wife's death. Or maybe I'm just reaching and the character in Nick Cage is too old for that, which even adds to the character. उसके अलावा we have फ्लिंट एंड लॉनी टू, जो कि अपनी अपनी कंडीशंस की वजह से सफर तो करते हैं, बट इवन देन दे ट्राई टू बी देयर बेस्ट टू बी काइंड एंड बेटर पीपल टू अदर्स। चाहे वो लॉनी का अपने लोगों को बचाना हो, विद इवन फ्लिंट हेल्पिंग हिम, या फिर फ्लिंट का कैट की तरफ प्रोटेक्टिवनेस व्हिच फोर्सेस हिम टू थिंक दैट ड्यू टू हिज कंडीशन ही डजंट डिजर्व लव, ही सेपरेट्स हिमसेल्फ फ्रॉम हर, टॉर्मेंटिंग हिमसेल्फ एंड हर टू। और इन सब से यू डोंट रियली सी देम एज विलन्स बट फॉर फील फॉर देम, एंड दैट्स व्हाट्स सो ग्रेट। Ben at the end just doesn't defeat them, बल्कि he helps them, he cures them with Faber's antidote, जो कि उसने Ben पे जबरदस्ती एक्सपेरिमेंट करके बनाया था। All thanks to Cat. Ben चाहता तो खुद एंटीडोट लेकर वहां से निकल सकता था। He could have rid himself of the spider, but his innate sense of responsibility, his love for his wife will not let him do that. And then we got drunk spider, which is Nick Cage going all out unhinged. And of course, it's his friend Robbie who protects him and always makes sure he remembers his true purpose. See, ये होता है अच्छे side characters का काम, to be consistent motivators or instigators for main characters. When main characters falter, they are the one who will help. They will be there to support him. और Janet और Robbie does exactly that. और इसी वजह से इन तीनों की जोड़ी सब शो में सबसे अच्छी भी लगती है. And can we talk about the use of comedy here? Like we have Nick Cage who does his own thing, but वो कभी भी MCU की तरह बचकानी नहीं लगती. यहाँ पे कोई भी अपनी सीरियस बात को काट के फालतू के जोक्स नहीं मार रहा है. एवरी मोमेंट इज टेकन सीरियसली ताकि आप इन्वेस्टेड रहें. And I think it could have been better. Like even as much as I love the show, it has its own flaws. Like show clearly takes inspiration from the neo-noir detective movies of 1930s. इसी वजह से most of the show is about who wants to kill Silvermane. पर वो मिस्ट्री ज्यादा देर तक नहीं चलती क्योंकि show focuses more on the human drama of these characters than the mystery element. I think at the second episode you will understand what is going on here, which I think could have been done in a better way. Like अगर आप एक डिटेक्टिव स्पाइडर दिखा ही रहे थे तो keep the mystery till the end, keep the cat's main plan mysterious, or like all the mysteries detective thriller reveal them at the end. पर शो अपने पास कुछ रखना ही नहीं चाहता. Instead it removes the detective aspect of the show during the halfway point. और ऐसा नहीं है कि cat being the main culprit एक बेकार रिवील है. It's just you could have done so much with that. उसके अलावा show is intended to be watched in black and white, reflecting the early neo-noir films, and it looks beautiful in it. Certain shots have such a great flair to them. The purposeful lighting makes characters stand out. Especially वो shots जिसमें इतना अंधेरा है तो स्पाइडर कैन easily mask himself in the shadows. जब बेन सिल्वरमैन के घर में रात को घुसता है तो look at the framing, the composition and lighting of the scene there. It's like reading a detective comic. शो का एक कलर वर्जन भी है जो कि काफी कलरफुल और सैचुरेटेड है, which also looks great. And can we also love the fact that after so long, Spider-Man mask gets torn apart in the final battle. Like it adds so much to the fight. पता नहीं क्यों रेमी मूवीज के अलावा no one tore that shiny spider mask. और the New York City in the show feels living and breathing place. It feels real with real people living there. फिर वो चाहे करप्ट मेयर हो या फिर बेन का साइड किक फ्रैंकी या फिर बेन का हिलेरियस फोन बूथ सीन. It adds charm to the city. उसके अलावा I also want to denote you that ये एक पीटर पार्कर की एक adaptation है done in a frankly simple funny neo-noir style, ना कि स्पाइडरमैन नोआर की, क्योंकि वो इससे काफी अलग है. वो स्पाइडरमैन और स्पाइडरमैन में जमीन आसमान का अंतर है. दैट इज मच मोर डार्कर interpretation of Spider-Man and the crime underbelly of New York. This one is more fun and calmer view of Spider-Man with some darker elements like origin of Spider and his villains, or even the torture of Ben by Faber, जो कि इतना दिखाया नहीं गया, but it was definitely the show taking more darker turn, even when we see her failed attempts on others. So yeah, overall I loved the show. I wish इसका दूसरा सीजन भी आए and we get interpretations of other Spiders rogue gallery. I would love to see Peter going against Goblin of this universe या फिर Vulture of this universe. And it's arguably the best show out of all superhero shows this year.